To do our ceremonial speeches, and I have lost my voice. Nothing new about this. I always lose my voice during my speeches. It's really aggravating, and I don't understand why. But I'm doing my ceremonial speech with my dad. He's definitely my rock. I'm the girl that changes her own oil. I change my own tires. I line my own car up. Anything to do with the car, I can do it with the assistance of my dad. I'm a daddy's little girl and always will be. My dad has been there from the day my mom found out she was going to have a little girl. My dad might have literally gave me away to random people to change my diaper because they didn't know what he was doing, and passed me off to my mom when I was crying because he had no clue what to do. But he's my dad, and we have a special bond that no one could ever break. I'm certainly not your average girl. I'm a girl with a huge ambition to do whatever I want to do with a support team behind me. I will never be a housewife that cooks and cleans. 1, I can't cook. 2, my cleaning, I just pick my clothes up and keep going. Those are just not characteristics my dad taught me. Plus, my cooking skills are at a level 0. You don't want to cook anything, or you don't want to eat anything that I cook. It's probably going to be nasty. I seriously can't even cook hamburger helper, which is probably the easiest thing to cook ever. But I can boil water, which is good. And I can cook macaroni and cheese, which, I basically survive off of. My dad grew up from a poor family that relied on farming for a living. He was the youngest, so he always got the hand-me-downs and worn-out shoes. My dad told me he never owned a new piece of clothing until he was 24 years old. And that was only because he was going out on a date with my mom, and he knew how upscale my mom was and still is. He told me to always save and work for what you want, and not to rely on anyone else. I suppose that's what makes me an independent person. His famous quote he always uses is, if you want something done right, do it yourself. Don't rely on anybody else to do anything for you if you want it done right. He will literally stop what he is doing if someone needs help. For example, say you need a tool, and my dad's doing something, he will stop what he is doing and go get that tool. He is very generous, and he might fuss later on about somebody ruining it, but, they'll bring it back. In 1 pieces, 2 pieces, whatever. My dad's still going to let that same person borrow something else if they need to. It literally drives my mom crazy when he fixes a car, and he's fixed all the problems that's wrong with it, and the person only pays like a portion of what they owe my dad and never pay the remaining balance. It bothers my dad too, but it never, because he feels like he's going to be, like he's being used, but he always seems to help people. I mean, nothing slows him down. He's going to help you if you need help. My dad is also a very hardworking guy. If something needs to be done, he does it. The grass needs mowing, and he's been working all day, and he will mow the grass. If my mom's car needs washing, and he'll wash it. Even if it's 30 degrees outside, it needs to be done, he'll do it. And he won't complain. I always mess with my dad because I say he never complains because of my mom. Because it's like, you got to make the woman happy in the relationship in order for you to be happy. So that's just a little thing that we say. And for example, like 2 weeks ago, I was coming home for the first time in a while. And my dad knew I wanted to see him and I wanted to spend time with him. But my cousin also needed to finish working on his truck. My dad stops by my cousin's shop after work and stays until about 10 o'clock at night. Yes, he was tired, and he got home and didn't complain about what time it was, or if his back was hurting, or if he was hungry. He just sat down and ate, spent the rest of the night with me like he wasn't tired at all. Nothing will hold my dad back. He continues to inspire me each and every day. I really do not understand how he manages it all. When I need to talk to someone, I call my dad. He will make me laugh and smile about the worst situation. It took me 1.5 years to pass the state test that I needed to pass to continue on with my education degree. I would cry every single time I felt it, and I would always hold my head down because I felt like I couldn't do it. But, I just could not pass the test. My dad would always tell me to keep trying and to never let some little test hold me back from anything I wanted to do. He is the best at making you feel better no matter what the situation. He doesn't look like a big teddy bear, but when it comes to his little girl, he is. So it was very difficult to pick who I wanted to do my speech on. I thought about my brother, I thought about my mom, and I thought about my dad. But, everything my parents do and how much my brother means to me, my mom raised me with the help of my dad. But really, without my dad, I wouldn't be who I am today. So that's my ceremonial speech. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.